his way. He's filled his sleigh with things for you and for me. It's that time of year when the world falls in love. Every song you hear seems to say, Merry Christmas. May your New Year's dreams come true.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Boonton, New Jersey, home of the 2016 Christmas Parade. I'm Tom Crigliano, joined alongside Boonton Fire Department member Bob DiStefano. This is Bob's first year co-hosting with me.
Yes.
Bob, what are some of your fondest memories of the parade?
Fondest memories are the weather in particular, especially today. We've got some great weather today, which is good for everybody watching and participating. Santa is always, for me, special, even though it's at the end. We don't want to rush this. And the bands to me are very special. There's nothing like seeing a band live at a parade.
Bob, what are some of the highlights that you like to see throughout the years and through the Christmas parade? What are some of the things you look forward most to seeing?
Just the smiles on the kids' faces. I think it really comes down to that. When you see all the kids having a lot of fun and engaging, I know we give a lot of candy out. In fact, I think Johnny's gave about 25,000 Tootsie Rolls they donated this year. So Johnny's Tavern did that. So, the kids will love that.
And speaking of giving candy out, Santa will be sitting at Santaland starting this afternoon and starting November 27th, Sunday. He'll be down there every Saturday and Sunday 2 to 6 and Fridays 5 to 8. He'll also be making a Santa run on Sunday, December 18th. Giving candy out and toys to kids.
Yes.
And we also have the tree lighting on Thursday, December 1st, right behind us, Grace Lord Park, starting at 5:30 p.m. Harmony Senior Drum Corps will be playing down there. It's always a great event. Highly suggest making it out there.
Yep.
And the parade's just about to get underway here now. Bob, kicking off the parade, we have Boonton Fire Department Chief R.J. Ryerson leading off.
Yep, great guy. This is his second year as C1 chief. Each chief has 2-year terms, so this is his second.
And this has been a banner year for the Boonton Fire Department. It's the 125th year that they have been in volunteer service.
Yep.
They handle everything from structure fires to weather emergencies and hazardous materials to unattended cooking.
Yes, yep. We just had some of that actually Thanksgiving morning. We have about 300 calls a year, and they range, stuck in the elevators, car accidents.
And they have over 100 personnel, volunteer members. You are a member yourself, so thank you for your service.
Thank you. You're welcome.
And they also have a very active ladies auxiliary who have donated cookies and the hot chocolate that'll be down at Santaland after this. So we want to thank them for all of their support.
Our ladies auxiliary is great. Couldn't do it without them. From an event like this to a fire where we need some rehab, they're just great. I think we have almost 50 members now, too.
Yep, almost 50 members. So
your mother being one of them.
Correct. So I know they're always looking for new members. So if you are married to a firefighter
or dating,
feel free to go down there and join.
Yep. Here comes the candy.
Candy being thrown out by who?
Yes, we have, our Assemblyman Bucco, I see. And
we got Mayor Matt DeLore.
Mayor Matt and Senator Bucco. His father.
We have an interview with that we will get to that we have done earlier in the day.
Yep.
That will be airing later.
And then we have Mike Botonic. He's in charge of our town. Oh, giving us some candy.
Throwing candy right up at us.
We need 2 hands.
That's it.
Good catch, Mike.
Thanks. But it's great to see them out here. We also have Congressman Rodney Freelandheisen. He's a member of the 11th Congressional District, serving since 1995. And the district includes most of Morris County, an affluent suburban county west of New York City. It also includes some of the wealthier areas near Newark and Patterson. And great to have him come. He's a member of the Republican Party.
Yes.
And he's been a fixture at our parade, so it's great to see him.
Yep.
We have Citizen of the Year, Steve Bolkar, who's been a lifelong resident. Steve is currently, Bob, get this, 99 years old.
I read that, yes.
And he will be 100 years old on August 3rd, 2017. Next year, as you are aware, it'll be the town's 150th anniversary.
Correct.
Steve was born in Boonton, and when Boonton was only a mere 50 years old.
Amazing.
So he's known by everyone in town. So he's got a kind, pleasant smile on his face, kind word for everybody. So it's great to see him out here.
Looks like we have Parsippany's District 5 here. This is their 5-ton military truck. They call it That 5.
That 5.
With their Christmas lights and music. And it's driven today by Robert Campbell Jr. They have some music too on their truck.
Next we have our Grand Marshals, the Boonton Bombers.
Yes, they had a
team,
great season.
Driven by Anthony Cosentino and his son Caleb. And his wife.
She's riding shotgun.
Adriana.
And Grandma. Grandma's back there too.
So the Bombers had a great season. They're coached by Brian Gallagher. He led them to a 7-2 record. They were the North Jersey Super Football Conference National Division champions. They always make the town of Boonton good. And there's nothing like going down to a Boonton Bombers game Friday night under the lights. If you haven't been to one, I would definitely encourage you to get out there.
The past 2 years, two great seasons. Just came up a little bit short this year, they did, but they work very hard.
If I recall, they bring back a pretty heavy class, and hopefully they'll be contenders next year as well.
Great.
A couple of thank yous we want to get out there. We'd like to thank all the monetary donation from the Boonton business to put this parade on.
Couldn't do
all
without
the local
them.
businesses,
Absolutely.
they've been great. The mayor, the board of aldermen.
The street department.
The town clerk.
With the cones and setting everything up.
Superintendent Mike Patonic. The committee chair people.
Giving out candy earlier, Mike was. Senior center. We couldn't do it without them. That's where there's a lot of staging done at the senior center.
So next it looks like we got the Boonton Moms Club. Their club includes 67 children from neighboring towns, Boonton Township, Mountain Lakes, Montville, and Kinnelon.
Yes.
The Moms Club, their families, they support each other in the community. Great cause.
My wife was involved with it, especially when our kids were younger. It's a great organization, good support group.
Next we have the Boonton Historical Society and Museum. Bob, if you haven't been down there, great to check out. They preserve and protect the town of Boonton's unique cultural and industrial equipment.
A lot of town history.
They encourage preservation and restoration. That's some of their goals, and historic landmarks in town. And they provide educational programs, guided historical tours, and exhibitions to diverse population of the town of Boonton.
And they change those exhibitions throughout the year too.
So the Boonton Township Fire Department.
Beautiful truck.
They're mutual aid to Boonton.
We'll start with their old Dodge pickup truck here. They've got a Christmas tree in the back of it.
And their chief is Steve Towdy. They answer over 120 calls a year, 40-member department. And like I said, I know Boonton uses them as mutual aid as well.
It's engine 314. It's a Pierce Dash. Nice truck.
Next we have the Boonton Main Street Group. They do 14 plus events monthly. First Friday late night, and they handle some of the things: the award-winning farmers market, the car show, national shop, small Saturday.
They give our Main Street great exposure. I was involved with the organization early on, and great exposure. It's just you need as a small business owner myself, you need support. And Boonton Main Street gives that. It's
great cause there. Now we have some of the Cub Scouts from Pac 5.
Pac 5 Parsippany.
March of the Wooding Knights. Their slogan is "A Scout is courteous." They were just waving to us a few moments ago.
See, they've got a reindeer hat on a few of them, and they're towing a little small Christmas tree with some presents.
They're based out of Intervale Elementary School and Tabor Elementary School. It's the boys and their family. They range in age from 1st to 5th grade. They take part in our town. They're ambitious, and that leads on to Boy Scouts.
Good leadership skills. They've got some candy canes too. I see they're giving out.
And the next band we have here, Tropical Storm, Bob. I know this is one of the highlights for you of the parade. They're led by keyboardist Gary Georgette, guitar and vocals Wayne Post, Chris Saigon on the drums and vocals, and Kevin McCardo, guitar and vocals.
Great local band.
Great local band. They play in the area. Be sure to get out and see Tropical Storm. 650 with
Yes.
Troop 590.
Yes.
They're based out of Intervale Elementary School.
Yep.
They recently wrote letters to the vets on Veterans Day and are a fun group of girls.
Yep.
They are a new group and have 18 first grade girls.
Leader Terry McGee and Diana McElroy.
Next, we have the Boonton Area Cultural Arts, also known as BACA. They're a non-profit organization dedicated to providing the citizens of the area with a variety of entertainment programs.
Next we have Parsippany District 4 coming up from Lake Hiawatha. Their Chief Brian Cleary and Deputy Chief Chris Cleary. Boonton and Lake Hiawatha, we work very close together with them also. Our Rapid Intervention Crews, which stands for RIC, we support them. Basically the RIC team's job is to support firemen only in a fire situation to make sure that they're safe if any one of them goes down inside the building or home. They're bringing their chief's car and one of their older engines, 641
It's all
engine.
decorated, festive for the holidays.
Yep.
Beautiful. Next
Hey,
up,
guys.
we got Boonton and Boonton Township Girl Scouts. The theme of their float, and which was judged earlier, and we'll see if they win a prize at the end here. The theme of their float is Peace on Earth.
Yeah, I'm a little biased on this one, Tommy. My daughter's actually involved with this group, but
Beautiful
I can't
job
vote today.
Beautiful job. It's driven
It's
by
just
Frank
support.
Palazzo, his wife
Yes.
Tracy, their daughter.
Yep. Merry Christmas. And here's the girls on the float and some of the mothers in the front there.
And yeah, they're based out of
Yep.
Boonton Township. They do various community service projects,
They're doing sign language.
sign language.
Yes.
That
Yep.
float is beautiful.
Yep. And a lot of support from this group today. It's great. Great group of girls. Hi, girls. Merry Christmas.
And we have another Girl Scout troop that's marching in our parade. Girl Scout Troop 6407.
Ah, yes. See, what kind of candy are they passing out today, Tommy? Can you tell?
I don't know if they're passing out anything. They look like they're focused in on their line of
They
march.
are, yes, they are. Up. Troop 6407 in their angel costumes. Great costume, girls. Who's that page?
And we also have Troop 5046.
5046, yes. And this 5046 is out of Boonton, but there's one of our troop leaders there, Danielle Lang.
And Troop 4921 out of
Yes,
Boonton Township
Boonton
as well.
Township girls.
Big contingency of Girl Scouts from Boonton Township in the area. Great to see them at
Good
the
to
parade.
see it. Good to see it. And 4088 troop also.
Next up, we got the 11th Hour Rescue.
Yes.
Bob.
Yep.
They focus
group,
on
great
saving
organization.
dogs from death row. I'm a big fan
Yep.
of the 11th Hour Rescue. If you're looking for...
Do you have a
pet-
rescue dog, Tom?
Mine is not a rescue, but I'm a big fan of it. I'm sure my girlfriend Ashley is trying to get me to get a
Yeah.
dog. And
Highly recommended. We have one. Great group.
and it's a great
organization.
cause, and they brought some of their pups out today.
Oh, wow. Look at that
So-
beautiful dog.
Next, we have the Eagle Mixed Martial Arts.
Ah, yes.
They're located on 719 Main Street. They offer a variety of programs that will fit anyone's family needs. For over 30 years, they've been building and developing black belt champions, strengthening the mind, the body, and the spirit. Ultimately, they're building greater unity, families in the workplace and in the communities. It's vital today
Yep.
for society.
Yep. Oh, I got next. Oh, and here we have one of our characters, Tom. I can't quite see it behind our camera. Who is that? The panda?
It looks like a panda.
Panda. All right. And we got the frog. That's Ninja Turtle. And this is, here we have South Boonton Hose and Engine Company 3 with some of the future firefighters of our town.
Who's that guy driving?
That is Joe Cosentino.
Joe Ritt. Is
Joe
it
Ritt. I'm sorry,
It's
Joe Ritt now. I couldn't
driving.
tell.
So,
You
and-
can't miss Joe Ritt.
Can't
I
miss
messed
Joe
up.
Ritt.
Yep.
If
He's
you
with-
haven't heard him, he's down at the Labor Day field.
Yep.
So wow, this is Madison Marching Band coming down the street. Look at them, Bob.
Yeah, very professional organization. They're directed by Russell Badish.
Right, and they didn't have a marching band. This is their 6th year, but since '95, that was the last year they had a marching band. This is their 6th year in competition. They currently boast 51 instrumentalists, 11 color guard members, and a pit crew of parents who make it possible. Over the past 5 years, they've won 16 first place trophies, 18 second place trophies, and finished top 10 in the Atlantic Coast Championship all 5 years.
Wow.
Let's listen into them.
Tommy, too, in the past 5 years, they've won 16 first place trophies and 18 second place trophies.
Yeah, we touched on that, and that is a great achievement, you know, and I can see why.
Yeah.
I can hear why.
Yes.
They sound phenomenal.
Again, this is for me right here is the most favorite part of the parades. Great costumes, too.
Excellent. Very professional.
Yep. We got a pirate coming up.
Wow, and they sound great.
One last little fact, they actually played at Walt Disney World last year, too.
Wow, and that's a big honor.
Yeah.
Earlier today, we caught up with Senator Bucco and State Assemblyman Bucco for an interview on some of their reflections of the parade. Let's take a listen to that interview. So guys, you've been coming to the parade since its inception. How have you seen it grow?
Oh, I'll tell you, from the first parade that we had here in Boonton when we were here, it was basically harmony and a bunch of kids and all, and just marching along up to the park. But it has grown over the years where we have these beautiful floats coming in, along with harmony still playing here, and we even have the Disney characters now that are in the parade. So it's been a tremendous growth.
State Assemblyman Bucco, what are some of your fondest memories?
Listen, this is the unofficial start of the holiday season for Boonton. You know, Boonton is small town USA, and this is like a Norman Rockwell picture when you see everybody coming up Main Street. It's what Boonton's all about. You know, when I grew up here, you know, we always had Santa Lan at Grace Love Park, and the volunteers here do a fabulous job. This is all about community spirit. It's all about neighbors helping neighbors, and it's what Boonton's all about. So this is just the start of it.
And to kick off the holiday season, it's great. Everybody in town comes out. You see it. You guys have children, and it's crazy how it's grown from since, you know, everyone's been small and the parade has kept going. What are you guys excited to see today?
Well, I'd like to see even more people coming out. We understand that there's people even from out of Boonton that are coming to this parade. So, I mean, it's drawing people in, which is good. It's good to show what Boonton has, what Main Street's all about. It also is good for our merchants on Main Street, that they may be getting people in to browse around or buy something. So it helps the business community also.
And the highlight of the day is always Santa on the fire truck. How can you beat that? How can you beat Santa on the fire truck coming uptown with the elves, waving to the kids? Speak of the devil, here he comes now.
He's here early.
And back to your point, regardless of it's small town USA, you don't see all the small town Main Street. Can you speak to the small town atmosphere that Boonton provides?
Well, look, where else in the county can you walk from the top to the bottom of Main Street, stop in at small little shops? You know, this is Small Business Saturday here in New Jersey, celebrated for the small merchants that drive our economy. And that's what you have here on Main Street. And the Main Street Committee's done a fabulous job by running Friday nights on Main Street, it's really been a great success story, and it's the lifeblood of Boonton. It's where everything happens.
Perfect. Well, thank you, gentlemen. Enjoy the
Thank you.
parade, and
Thank
we'll see you then. Next up, we have Boonton Cub Scout Pack 201.
Yep.
Their service, the town of Boonton.
Kindergarten through 4th grade.
Correct.
Yep.
They have year-round festivities, activities. They meet twice a month. Overnight camping. Lots of organizational
Yep.
service they do for the community.
Also developing leadership skills.
It's always great to see them out.
I see also one of our aldermen, Scott Minotaur, is involved with their group there,
It's a great cause.
walking along with all the kids. And there's firefighter Matt Mondino.
Matt Mondino.
Matt Mondino, can we have your autograph?
Great cause. Next up, we have Boonton Elks Lodge 1405. They're a charitable organization. They focus on assisting special needs children and military veterans, Bob.
Yes, yeah, great cause. Great
Also
cause.
sponsor youth sports competitions and drug awareness programs.
Yeah, which is important. And look at this Model A Ford we have coming down too. Beautiful. It's like an
beautiful.
early 30s. Not
You don't
sure
see too
what
many of
year.
them
No,
around
no,
anymore.
No, not sure exactly what year, but I would say early 30s, and it is a Model A, not a T.
Bob, you know a little bit about cars, don't you?
Just a bit. It's what I do for a living.
Bob owns Country
Road
Automotive,
Yep.
based out of Montville. Another small
Lincoln
business.
Park. Yep.
Lincoln Park.
That's okay. Started in Montville.
Started in
Tawaco,
Montville.
Yeah. 20 years ago.
Speaking about Montville and Tawaco,
Yes.
we have the
Yep.
Montville Fire Department here.
Yep. And here's their chief's car.
Alan Cook, they're led by. He's
Yep.
their chief.
Yep. They're pretty much a mainstay with our parade. They're one we can count on year in and year out.
Yeah, they'd like to wish all the attendees and participants of this year's annual Boonton Christmas Parade a Merry Christmas and a happy and healthy holiday season.
Yes. Yep, this is one of our engines 352. It's actually 4-wheel drive that they can take off into the woods if they need to.
Next is the band Snafu. Now,
Yes.
they've been together for 5 years.
Yes.
There's lead singer Shane Greer. You
Right.
can also see them at the Sunset Pub and Grill.
Yes.
Down in Lincoln Park. They
And-
play there frequently.
And they've actually they come to our Labor Day carnival every summer too.
we
We've
have had
them play
them.
there too.
On drums is Dave Allenback,
Don't forget Erica on
Erica
vocals.
Kane on vocals, and Jeff Allen on the bass guitar.
Yep. Shane works at Major League Baseball Network.
He does work at MLB Network. What's that we have here, Bob? Who's this? Smokey the
It
Bear.
is. It's Smokey the Bear.
Smokey the Bear.
Wow, New Jersey's Forest Fire Service, our 2005 Grand Marshal, is with us today. As always, Smokey's always been a reminder for children to not start forest fires,
And
especially
the
this time
service
of
is
year.
administered by the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection, Division of Parks and Forestry.
Yeah, it's staffed with 85 full-time employees and a large part-time group also.
Next, we have the Mountain Lakes Fire Department. They're passing by.
Yep.
Mutual aid company to Boonton.
Yep, this is E1, one of their engines. Got a couple of their young members inside. And here's a couple characters. What do we have? A snowman here, Tommy?
Looks like a snowman.
Yep.
Bob and I had the opportunity to catch up with Alderman Tony Scazzafava today on some of his recollections of the Boonton Christmas Parade.
Yes.
Let's listen in.
Oh, don't forget Bill Houseman here. Bill is
They're with the Boonton Parks and Recreation.
Yep.
Their next event, like we mentioned, December 1st, right behind us, Grace Ward Park, tree lighting ceremony.
at 5:30.
5:30 starts to 6:30. Harmony Senior and John will be paying. They'll have gifts, refreshments. Great way to kick off the holiday
Yep.
season.
And Rosemary Lynch is up there with Natalie Pasarsik, passing out candy and stuffed animals.
Next, we have the Denville String Band. They were organized in 1951 and patterned after, get this, the Philadelphia Mummer String Bands that continue to prosper today.
Look at the colors, Tommy. They are a colorful bunch.
Next, we have Boonton Township Cub Scout Pack 69, Tigers, Wolves, and Bears from Boonton Township.
Yep. Yeah, this group is from grades 1 through 5.
Next, we have Tracy Pryor, Realtor, and they're doing a Flintstone Christmas.
Oh, okay.
This is new to the Boonton Christmas Parade. Fred, Wilma, Pebbles, and Dino.
One of my favorite shows growing up.
And Tracy is affiliated with William Lawrence Agency in Boonton. She's a licensed realtor with 15 years of experience. She's a Boonton resident, born and raised.
Did not know that. Yep, great.
If you're looking for to purchase a home in town, be sure to stop by and contact Tracy.
What an awesome float. Gotta love that car.
And up next we have another antique Boonton fire engine, Maxfield Hosen engine.
Yes.
It's an antique 1971 Han,
Yep.
purchased and privately owned by John Cosentino.
Yep.
Driven by captain of the Maxfield Hosen Engine Company, Mike Shundell,
Yep.
with current and future members of the Boonton Fire Department.
Yep, we also have our battalion chief up there, Dave Kaplan. Great guy, Dave. I've known him for a long time. Also,
Chrissy Shondell, Mike's
Captain
wife.
Shondell has his wife and daughter
Son
and the dog.
Foster, and
Never go
daughter
anywhere without the
Rosie.
dog. You can't forget Rosie.
Next, we have up the Boonton Kiwanis First Aid Squad. They currently operate two 2008 Ford E450 PIA Custom XL Box ambulances.
Yes,
Bob.
I've had to work on them a few times.
Have you?
Yes.
But they cover Boonton, Boonton Township, Mountain Lakes. They typically get 1,200 calls a year,
Yes, a lot of calls. First aid gets a lot of activity.
and they're currently run by Captain Kyle Doherty, Executive Director Carl Klinger, and
Yep.
their Board of Trustees.
Yep. Jimmy Hodges is driving today. There he is. Hi, Jim.
And up next, it looks like we have Our Lady of Mount Carmel School, and they're in Boonton.
Yes, they do a great job at their float. I think they've won, if I'm not mistaken, the past few years, the best overall.
They always do a nice job every
do.
single year as you see them coming down the
Great
street.
float.
Our Lady of Mount Carmel School, they include children in grades pre-K,
Yep.
3 through 8th grade. They prepare their students to realize their potential that's unique to each
Yep.
of them.
Father
And,
Father Dan is walking along with Luca DiGiacopo and one of his classmates. Oh, here's Winnie the Pooh. You gotta have Winnie the Pooh. Gotta love Winnie the Pooh. See, they've got some. The Little Drummer Boy. As always, they have a great job with their float. Great music.
great to see the children out.
Yes, it is. Good participation. Yeah, great job. Great job. Some of the parents behind.
And what do we have here? We have the Shriners driving around in their mini cars.
Yep.
Shriners are a great cause, Bob.
They are. It's amazing they don't get into an accident though, Tommy, with these cars. There's Maria DiGiacopo. How are you, Maria?
So
But yeah.
the Salem Shrine Motor Corp, they're based out of Livingston, New Jersey. They help support the Shrines network of 22 orthopedic children hospitals and 3 burn institutes.
Oh, here
They
comes one
believe
of the
in-
carts scooting up here, Tommy.
And those guys are just having a blast. Doesn't
Yeah.
that look fun?
Yeah, I think they'd come back tomorrow if we asked them to.
And these guys are selfless individuals. They look beyond the needs of themselves to help others, especially children who can't help themselves.
One, two, three, four, five, six. Am I counting 6, 7? Up to 7.
They're still going.
Do they have licenses for those, Tommy?
I
don't
hope
know.
so. I hope so. Bob and I today also caught up with Mayor Matt Delory,
Yeah.
his first year as mayor.
Mayor.
Let's take a look at that interview. So, Mayor, you've been coming to the parade for 11 years now. Tell us about some of your fondest
That's right.
recollections.
That's right. So I moved here 11 years ago and I've been coming ever since. And it's amazing because you look around here, you have all your volunteers, your businesses, everyone involved in making this really a hallmark event for the town. So growing up in a small town myself and living in Boonton, it's 1950 all over again in all the good ways. Yeah, I love it.
One of the things I think we should mention is this is Matt's first year as mayor.
That's right. So actually, this is my first year actually marching in the
Attending
parade. That's
as
right.
the mayor, yes.
So that's a great honor. So I'm really happy to do that.
And how do you feel about the small businesses in town? Boonton's unique in the fact that it has a main street still, a small town feel, as you had touched upon.
Huge. We're applying for grants to really invigorate it. I think it's one of the most special things that Boonton has. It's our competitive advantage. Charming, historic, full of small shops, a great place to come and spend time.
And how is the town growing, thriving in 2016?
Yeah, well, like I said, we're doing grant funding. We're seeing a lot of businesses come in and open up. A lot of people are coming off the hill and from other parts of town to shop here. And really, a lot of people are coming from all over, that this is really becoming a nice economic center. We have a lot of people that want to develop and build in Boonton, so we're really excited about that. We want it to be the right kind of building, but so that it can fit into the historic fabric, but we welcome people that want to invest. So we're grateful for that.
I've seen some of the drawings, and they're amazing of the potential. It's going to be great.
It's awesome. And also we have Boonton Main Street, which is our nonprofit, whose charge is to bring people here. Their volunteers do a lot of work in reinvigorating some of the buildings, doing promotional stuff. So that machine has really started to run, and we're really excited about what we're seeing.
And one last thing, what can you attest to the people in the town, the fire department? What can you attest to?
There is a spirit in Boonton that is like no other town. It is giving, it is caring. When people are in need, people rush to help. It really is like no other town I've ever been in my entire life. It's a small town with a really big heart, and grateful to be a part of it and grateful to be its mayor.
And here we have MJ Crigliano Towings. They're Santa's exclusive towing company. This is the 2011 Kenworth Rotator, driven by Ryan Condit and accompanied by his son, Gage, who's riding in his first Christmas parade.
And that's his wife Andrea as well?
Yes, beautiful truck. Basically, a rotator is a crane on wheels. Massive piece of equipment. You can do a lot with it.
Beautiful piece
Beautiful
of equipment.
truck. All of Mike's trucks are just in perfect shape.
Actually, the truck we are sitting on is one of Mike's trucks
Yes,
as well.
it is, yes.
So, good to see them in the parade.
And it's good to see that he's got Santa's back in case he breaks down.
He does. Bob, a couple thank yous we'd like to thank. We'd like to thank Mima DiTalo from Roma's Pizza.
Yes.
Bobby Tullock from Bobby's News and Gifts. Nathan Steiner from Boonton Coffee Company, MJ Crigliano Towing, as we just mentioned,
Great
for letting
coffee.
them use for letting us use their flatbed.
Yep.
Hamilton Farms, Brook Hollow Farms,
Yep.
John Cosentino,
Johnny's Tavern with the 25,000 Tootsie Rolls for today. Our antique division of the Boonton Fire Department, Tommy Crigliano.
and Santa's Elves. Bob,
Santa's
here's
Elves?
a toy truck coming down the street.
Yes.
Owned by Jack Steinhauser.
Yep.
Showcasing $1,000 in prizes. That'll be down at Santaland afterward.
Great prizes.
With all these donations.
4 or 5 bikes I see in here, Tom.
We couldn't have done without all these donations.
The prizes really are amazing.
And Billy Marcello Engraving donated the trophies for the winners of the floats this year.
Did you see the trophies? They
I
look,
did.
They look
I
great.
did see them do that.
They're
but
little toy
We'll see
soldiers.
them shortly after.
Yeah, they really.
So
came
that'll
out,
be great.
They really came out great.
And what do we have coming down the street now, Bob?
This is the one and only Harmony Senior Drum Corps.
Led by color guard captain Kim Desposito and drum major assistant Leanna Klein.
Yes. Yep.
They've been leading Santa down for 22 years. And 2016, they celebrated their 130th year of an organization.
Yep. You can become a member of Harmony at the age of 9 and want to learn about how to play an instrument. Anyone interested can stop by the Boonton Avenue Firehouse on Thursdays.
Let's listen in,
Thursday
Bob.
night to get more information.
Bob, a couple more thank yous. We'd like to thank Gray Supply, Condorso's, as we mentioned, Billy Marcello for the float trophies, Culligan,
Yes, Culligan Water this year. That was a great thing for them.
All our costume
Donate water.
characters, Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Scooby-Doo, Elmo, Nemo, Pooh, Pluto, and Tigger 2, Santa for coming down to the North Pole, Cheryl Colombiers, Santaland members, John Crigliano, he's the president, and all the members of the fire department for coming out, putting on this parade. They do a great job every single year.
Do we want to give a little special plug to Cablevision yet, too? We're going to have this parade on TV Fridays from 2:30 to 3:30 and Tuesday nights from 11 to 12 p.m. That's in Oakland, Channel 76, Bergen
Channel
77.
and Morris, Channel 21. Fridays at 2:30 to 3:30, as you mentioned, and Tuesday nights from 11 to 12 p.m.
Oh,
Also, check out the Facebook page, Boonton FD Christmas Parade, for pictures and any updates.
yes. Oh. Do you hear that, Tom?
I think I do.
You know what that is?
I don't. What is it, Bob?
It's Santa Claus, the one and only.
Making his way down from the North
He
Pole.
is. And all the stuffed animals, the prizes that they give out are really amazing. I
He's
know.
riding on the 1959 Old South Boonton Seagrave
Seagrave.
Pumper, privately owned,
Yes, by John Fila. John's owned it.
driven
Beautiful
by
truck.
John Fila.
John is driving it, yeah. Here he comes. Hi, Santa. Oh, there's Tommy Crigliano. Mrs. Claus there?
I don't believe she made it down. Maybe she'll be down afterwards.
Got a lot of stuffed animals up there still. Oh, there's Jack Steinhauser from Truck One.
So, Bob, it looks like the festivities are wrapping up down at Santaland. We're going to head down there
Yep.
to conclude our day.
Hot chocolate
Hot
and
chocolate.
hot dogs.
Grab
and
some cookies.
Yep.
So,
Trackless Train will be down there.
so we're going to head
There's
down
Chris
there
Hamilton and his family.
right after this, and we'll be right back. All right, so Bob and I made our way down to Santaland.
We
We're
did,
gonna
we
grab
did.
some
Great
cookies
crowd
and
today.
Hot chocolate. It's
Yes.
been another banner year for the Boonton Fire Department, Boonton Christmas Parade. As always, all the kids lined up to see Santa, who made his way down from the North Pole today, Bob.
Yep. Oh, and here's Santa's chauffeur, John Fila.
Anyway, we have the tree lighting right behind us, Grace Lord Park, 5:30, December 1st. Harmony Senior Drum Car.
Runs for about an hour.
About an hour.
Right, yep.
They'll have refreshments, and all the kids go down there. It's a great time.
Yep.
So be sure
Right
to
at
check
the
that
gazebo.
out. Right. Santa Run, December 18th. Santa will be riding around on the fire truck. That's some of what you and the fire department.
Yes, keep your ears open when we run the sirens. Typically, we're coming around your block, and we have boxes of candy that we give out with a bunch of different pieces of candy in it. It's nice.
And Santaland's hours, right behind us, they're starting tomorrow, November 27th, in addition to today.
Yes.
You can visit with Santa and his elves every Friday, 5 to 8, and Saturdays and Sundays, 2 to 6. Today is Small Business Saturday, Bob.
Yes.
But throughout the month of December, be sure to promote our town and shop small business.
Yes, it's very important to support the local businesses. We have a lot of great businesses on Main Street. Some new, some that have been there for a long time, and they all could use our support.
This was a great conclusion to the 125th year of the Boonton Volunteer Fire Department. Another banner year in general. The parade was
Weather
great.
held out.
And we're going to go grab some cookies and hot chocolate. For Tom Crigliano, Bob DiStefano, happy holidays.
Merry
We'll see you
Christmas.
next year.